Hey guys, I'm Koko. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me lately in World of Warcraft. And that's the fact that we're the closest to pay to win WoW has ever been in the history of the game, and frankly it's terrifying. Now I know I rarely play WoW on my channel these days, but it's a game I've been playing for over a decade now, and even though my days of serious mythic raiding are behind me, I still dabble every time a new patch hits, and I've always been following the world first races very closely, long before the big guilds decide to stream it on Twitch. So yeah, I've got some strong opinion about WoW and its loot systems. Now let me explain what I mean by pay to win. The latest patch, 8.3, Visions of Ny'alotha, brought us corrupted gear for the first time, replacing the Titan forging that has been a big pain in the ass for the last couple of years. When Blizzard first announced that they're removing Titan forging, I was very excited. I felt that's a win for the whole community, and corruption felt as a cool new system that on paper could work out great. And I still think that corrupted gear could be really amazing. It's just that in its current implementation, it kinda sucks. Why does it suck, you ask? Well, there's the huge randomness to the system, and also the fact that a piece, let's say 30 eye levels below your currently equipped item, could be a huge DPS upgrade for you. But what I really want to focus on is the chance of corruption on BOE items, and what that means for the game. If you follow the recent race to world first, then you probably know that Limit and Methods spend hundreds of millions of in-game gold to buy any BOE item with corruption they could get their hands on. Limit saying they ended the race like 250 million gold in debt. Now guilds always try to buy items to give their raiders the biggest edge over the competition, and I see nothing wrong with that. It's a healthy system for the game. But this time around, those corrupted items ended up being so powerful in some cases that it was like buying straight up legendary items. Basically, raiders could suddenly go to the auction house and buy a couple of pieces of gear that would be best in slot for them for the whole tier. And that's even before the mythic raid even opened. Nothing wrong with that, you might say. More power to them if they have the money, right? Sure, I agree, you'd be stupid not to try to get the best pieces available, no matter where they came from. But think on what that means for the game. Suddenly, you don't need skill anymore to get the best items. All you need is gold. And we're not talking about items that are like 1% or 2% increase in power. No, buying like 2 corruption pieces could easily double your DPS. It's ridiculous. So you could argue that buying a couple of sad pieces would cost you millions of gold, and most people playing WoW casually can't even feel the million. And spending in-game currency isn't quite the same as paying real money, right? So not too bad, not too pay-to-win-ish, right? Well, since Blizzard introduced WoW tokens, anyone can basically exchange real monies for gold and then turn that gold into corrupted items. That will boost their stats something crazy. Real money into gold into powerful items equals pay-to-win. Your average Steve, who started playing in, let's say, Legion, he backpedals for a living and stands in fire thinking he's going to get that cozy buff, can suddenly become a more valuable member of the raid than you. You, a hard-working raider with experience from the past 20 tiers. I mean, if your raid leader has any brain cells at all, then that's not going to be the case. But you can see what I mean. Replacing the system where skill gets you the best possible gear with the system where money can get you the best possible gear is a move that no proper player would want, because it's just unhealthy for the game. It's turning it into a mobile clicker that hooks you in, then demands money if you want to progress in any meaningful way. Now, I still think Blizzard didn't quite realize what they were doing or how far the players are prepared to go to kill those online dragons. It's a recurring theme. Blizzard always underestimates us. Corruption system in 8.3 is basically a beta test for what kind of loot system we're getting in Shadowlands later this year. Do I have a problem with that? Not really. If we have to go through one tier of beta testing so we can then get a whole polished expansion, I guess then I'm fine with it. Would I prefer BFA was polished from the start? Yes I would, but it's way too late to save this expansion, so might as well get the best out of it, right? And make the next one much better. I'm slightly afraid though that they're not going to address this. all they need to do to fix it is to remove corruption from BOE items. Easy fix. Sure, there's other issues with the system, but that's the biggest one with the most effect on the game, and in a very negative way. I hope they address it, I hope they refine the system for Shadowlands, and I hope they listen to our feedback. But enough rambling for today. This is something that's been on my mind for a while now, and I just had to get it off of my chest. So let me know what you guys think about the new system and its potential consequences, its very real consequences right now. Whether you still play on a daily basis or you quit ages ago, I don't care. Tell me what you think. But for now, thank you everybody for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.